I've been making pictures for as long as I can remember. Mum would cover the kitchen table with newspaper, bring out pots of paint and say, "It's painting time." I had an endless supply of drawing pads and went through one every couple of days. There's a slide of me doing 2 drawings at once, a pencil in each hand, making circles. My mother encouraged me to express myself, and I lived in a magical world of her creation until I was 7. And then she died of cancer. My world collapsed, and I went into survival mode. But I kept on drawing. At 19, I was in Brighton and trying to decide whether to stay in Thatcher's Britain or accept Concordia University's scholarship and go to art school. I chose Concordia and Montreal. I found a cheap flat to share with 2 women, fellow art students. We had a kitchen and 2 rooms. One was our studio and the other our bedroom. We slept 3 to a room in 3 single beds. A rat lived between the floors and it scratched furiously at night. My first friend was Katja from Hamburg. We shared art classes and a penchant for drawing skeletons. Katja had 3 young children, her first at 18. We were kindred spirits, and I soon became part of her Montreal clan. One Sunday night, I went to a reggae show at the Rising Sun, sporting a black slip and combat boots. A man with a shaved head wearing a kilt was dancing by the speakers. I joined him on the dance floor, and we moved in circles. Afterwards, we arranged to meet at the Deer Garden, a local Chinese resto and punk hangout. It was busy and loud, with bright fluorescent lights, and taxidermy deer heads hung on the walls. We chatted freely over endless cups of tea. Ian's family was from the UK, and we both seemed to have anarchic tendencies. We walked across town and ended up at his place, a ramshackle flat he shared with a bandmate. It was so drafty, they'd stapled blankets to the walls. We stayed up all night, and Ian burned a $5 bill because it's only money. From then on, we were together. My approach to birth control was a bit loose. I used the rhythm method and only insisted on condoms when I was fertile. My system worked until I missed a period. I got a test, and at 21, I was pregnant. Ian and I were surprised, but pleased. If Katja can do it, then so could we. It never occurred to us not to have the baby. Ian's band was called Fail-Safe, and the local gossip columnist referred to my pregnancy as a failed safe. We were all amused. We moved into a rent-control flat. I had $400 in the bank, and we thought, great, we've got a buffer. The day came, and I had a 36-hour labor. I did Tai Chi during the contractions and refused all painkillers as a kind of badge of honor. The doctor was French, and the first words that I uttered as my baby emerged were, "Une belle fille." 24 hours later, they sent me home. Anna was sleeping soundly in a bassinet next to our futon. I looked at her with tears in my eyes. She was so lovely. But what am I going to do now? I had absolutely no idea how to look after a baby. We decided to completely integrate Anna into our daily lives. We strapped her to us and took her everywhere we went. We were sleep-deprived, but happy, and Anna was a delight. We called her Buddha Baby. We got lots of help. Our friend Tori was like a third parent, and Katja lent us all the baby paraphernalia we could ever need. I went back to school part-time, and sometimes brought Anna to class. But I had a hell of a time trying to nurse discreetly. The security guards would always throw me out. On campus, breastfeeding was strictly verboten. In the eyes of society, I had made a mistake. That child should be wearing a hat. Wipe her nose. She looks so pale. Older women were always passing comment. On the bus, in the metro, on the street. Clearly someone with green hair and lots of piercings should not be a mother. I've lived my life a lot like I approach making a drawing. I don't have a plan. I make it up as I go along and respond to what I see. If I make a mark I don't like, I scratch it out, or I turn it into something frightening and beautiful. By the time Anna was 4, Ian and I had split. She now lives in BC and is a philosophy prof, among other things. During these COVID times, Anna hosts online art sessions every week, and it's Ian's wife, his second daughter, and I who join her. Anna says, "Draw yourself turning into a monster. You've got 4 minutes." We scribble furiously and share the results. It seems everything has come full circle. So cheers to our mistakes.